We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Mike 56, Mike 56. You ain't going nowhere. Switch. Hatchet.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. On the run, it's Barkley. And an alley to run. There he goes, left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Saquon Barkley, 59 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0.
Makes the score Browns 7, Steelers nothing.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This will be taken short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Mike. Mike. Let's go one more. Alert. Crunch. Motion. Ran. 53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Smooth. Check.
Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all offseason about our season open opponent. And they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a different story. Night.
A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Now a handoff looking right. And a good burst there right from the start as he'll get this one out near the 35. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Watch the pass. 25. Check 25. Check 25. He's crazy. He's chasing.
And they give this time to the tailback. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's third down and inches. Trubisky now to throw on third down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 19.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check. Send West. Move.
So that'll back him up 5.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Whip. Watch the move.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Let's go, D. Shift. 18.
To throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Alert. 18.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
Check.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
14.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go double count right here, double count.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Check.
Now it's Barkley. And he will force his way forward for a yard or 2, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Get that quarterback, D-line. 12. Mike, 5.
From the gun, it's Wilson. This is the tight end, Njoku. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 9.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
7, Steelers 3.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Check. Rush in.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. So with a big gainer anyways, he'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down to the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Silver.
A handoff to Barkley. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down.
A gain of only a yard. It's fourth down.
So on fourth down, out comes the Browns kicker, Zane Gonzalez. This just a 24-yard attempt. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10.
Down to lose one. 59, Mike. 59, Mike. Check. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. He's going to launch it for Washington. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
That's thrown to Smith-Schuster out wide. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player, but he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Check 13. Check 13. Check 53.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. That option pitch we saw, we don't witness a ton of that in the NFL, but it worked there down near the goal line for a score.
And it's actually a great call in goal line situations because as more and more quarterbacks enter the league with that mobility and having run option in college, more pro teams are adding it to their arsenal. And now it's not just, does the quarterback run it? Does he pitch it? Now they've added that third element. He can rise up and throw the ball as well.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
What?
The Browns drive about to get started. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
On first down, Barkley. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Here's a give to Barkley. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Saquon Barkley. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Browns have taken the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
At the 24-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
Check, 59.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And they will finally get him to the ground as he's forced to tuck it and take the sack.
We've been to enough practices to recognize what we saw there. That was good coaching, right? Taking care of the football, protecting it, making sure you don't give anything up. But boy, oh boy, that's hard for a lot of quarterbacks to give up on a play, isn't it?
Yeah, but he did the right thing. Protect the football because I think you saw what I saw. There was really nothing downfield.
And nothing downfield. If you try and force it, sometimes you turn a bad play into something way worse, and you can really hurt your team that way.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. He'll take it at the 42. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Elsewhere on this Sunday in the NFL, they're in the 2nd quarter in Detroit. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Let's go.
On 1st down, Wilson. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. As his guys are in for 6. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Gonzalez to add the PAT. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Out. He's checking. Crash. So, alert.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Hey, ball. Hey, Delta. 27, Mike, 27. I hope you brought your left, because I'm about to take you to school. Slam. Check. Move. 47. Hey, box drop. Check, 47. Pick me up.
On 2nd down, Trubisky going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So after the run for a yard, here comes 2nd and 9 from the 26.
59, lock in. Check, 59. I'm coming for you.
Hey, Haywood.
59. Mike's 59. Yeah, let's get sack lunch. Mike's 5.
18.
I'm coming.
Here's Trubisky. Flush to his right. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
It's 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Mike is 59. Watch safety creep. Creeping. Safety's creeping. Check three.
Hey, 18.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4th.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
Lady. 56. Check. 14. Here we go. Check.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
Good job.
Odell Beckham, 49 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10.
Check motion.
Red, go. Hey, exit.
Mike 5-9. So we got man. Check 50, check 50. Check 50.
Now it's Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
180.
I'm coming.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Open man is Trey Burton, and he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards there and a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Red, tough. Bravo. Hey, ball.
Wide, get wide.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
59 Mike. Check, 59. Watch the run. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. If you don't get this, boy, you think you're going to get this?
Now Trubisky. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Browns drive about to get started. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the second half.
And it appears there are no answers from the defensive side. I think right now, if I'm the coordinator, if I'm down on the field, if I'm wearing a hat, I've already thrown it. If it's a visor, it's sailed, right? My game plan is down by my feet right now because nothing I've drawn up appears to be working.
Well, he's going to have to find something right now to stop this offense. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Good job right there. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. 55's my guy, 55. Come on, Trot. Nightmare, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Right there in the middle, 55. Get ready. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Tight.
Good, 4 down.
Pull it together. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey,
From the shotgun, Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
19.
Here's Wilson. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. T.J. Watt picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. He's got a man complete. A big play that time for Cleveland. And even 50 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Saquon Barkley with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at Week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in Week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one.
That's it, baby. We don't run.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Red, top.
Alert 3.
Hey, seam 6.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Check 37. Check 37.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Alert.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. Go. Go. Check 31. Check 31. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Hey, check.
Now it's Trubisky. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st down, Pittsburgh.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Alert, alert.
Kill. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky, he's going to launch it for Washington. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Check hot route. Hot.
Trubisky will throw. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And just shutting him off there. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Trubisky now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Trubisky to throw again. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Fox. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
You don't want it. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Hey, high 7.
You better be afraid of me. Mike's 5'9. Mike's 5'9. Watch the run. Watch the run. Stay at home. Stay at home. Stay at home. Stay at home.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, a broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out, and no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before.
And he'll go down in the end zone. Down goes Wilson. It's a safety. And the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Tight down. There you go. Ran, touch. Buzz.
59 Mike. Check.
Out of the gun, Trubisky escaping the pressure right. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Stay with your man.
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. The Browns drive about to get started. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning.
Oh, yeah!
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Again, it's Barkley. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Going to give this time to the tailback. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Check 55, Mike. Exit.
Look for signal.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
49, check 49.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he's got room. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Mike's 56. 3 buzz, 3 buzz, 3 buzz.
The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. So second and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in week 1.
I do get a kick out of seeing a team kneel down at the end of the game in victory formation and wrap one up, because most of the time a kneel down is not a good thing in football. In this case, it's the best thing for the team that's winning.
Best thing week 1 and 1-0 after going down to that knee.
Yeah. Man, I've been